My name is Elias Thorne. 10 years ago, I stole a man's life's work and watched him burn. Last night, he called me from my own garden. The world knows me as a visionary, but the ghost holding a lighter outside my window, he knows the truth. And tonight, one of us burns. If you've ever wondered how far someone will go to reclaim what was stolen from them, smash that subscribe button right now. Hit like because this story will haunt you long after it ends. Drop a comment telling me what you would do. Now, let's descend into the nightmare I created. They say a secret is only a secret if it stays in one head. The moment it's shared, it becomes a weapon. I learned that lesson the hard way. But before I tell you about the weapon pointed at my chest right now, you need to understand how I became the man with everything to lose. 10 years ago, I wasn't the face on Forbes magazine covers. I wasn't the keynote speaker at tech conferences or the visionary CEO of Thorncore Technologies. 10 years ago, a broke venture capitalist with a failing portfolio, standing in the rain outside the Meridian Research Laboratory at 2 in the morning, watching flames eat through the windows. The heat was intense even from 50 feet away. Orange light danced against the wet pavement, and I could hear the building groaning as the fire consumed it from the inside. I had my phone in my hand. My finger hovered over 911. One call. That's all it would have taken. But then I saw it through the broken window, the revolutionary energy cell that Dr. Adrian Voss had been developing for 7 years, the technology that would make fossil fuels obsolete, the invention that every major corporation on Earth wanted to own. It was sitting there on a metal table, protected by a fireproof case, surrounded by flames, but untouched. My mind raced. Adrian was somewhere in that inferno. I'd seen his car in the parking lot, but I also knew what that prototype meant. Billions of dollars, a legacy, the chance to change the world. The fire department was probably already on the way. Someone else must have called. I made my choice. I wrapped my jacket around my arm, smashed through the remaining glass, and grabbed the case. The heat seared my skin, even through my clothes. Smoke filled my lungs as I stumbled back into the rain. The prototype clutched against my chest like a newborn child. I didn't call for help. I got in my car and I drove away. 3 days later, the news reported that Dr. Adrian Voss, brilliant but reclusive inventor, had perished in an electrical fire at his laboratory. No body was recovered. The heat had been too intense. His next of kin couldn't be located. The investigation concluded it was a tragic accident. I told myself I would honor his work. I told myself the world needed this technology more than it needed the truth. I told myself that Adrian would have wanted his invention to see the light of day, regardless of who brought it there. The lies we tell ourselves are always the most convincing. Within 6 months, I'd filed the patents under my name. Within a year, I'd secured $200 million in funding. Within 3 years, Thorncore Technologies was valued at $500 million. By year 5, we'd gone public. My face was everywhere. The visionary of the century, they called me. The man who saved the planet. I bought a mansion with 14 bedrooms. I dated supermodels. I sat on the boards of Fortune 500 companies. Every morning, I woke up in Egyptian cotton sheets and convinced myself I deserved it all. The guilt, I buried it deep, under layers of success and public adoration and the intoxicating drug of being worshipped as a genius. For 10 years, I slept soundly in my glass castle. Then the letters started arriving. The first one came on a Tuesday, plain manila envelope, no return address. Inside, a single sentence written in what looked like charred ink. The fire take everything. I threw it away. Probably some crank who'd read a conspiracy theory online. You don't build an empire without attracting a few unstable people. The second letter arrived a week later. Same envelope, same handwriting, different message. Did you think I wouldn't crawl out? My hands trembled as I held it. That phrase, crawl out. Why did that feel so specific, so intimate? I hired a security consultant, upgraded my alarm system, added cameras, motion sensors, reinforced locks. I told my assistant to screen all my mail. Then I found the glove. I came home late from a board meeting, exhausted, wanting nothing more than a scotch and my bed. I walked into my bedroom, my locked bedroom, in my alarmed house, behind my gated property with 24/7 security, and there it was. On my pillow, a burnt leather glove, the kind a laboratory technician would wear. Charred black on one side, the leather cracked and peeling. It still smelt like smoke. I stumbled backward, my heart hammering against my ribs. This wasn't possible. My security system showed no breaches. The cameras revealed nothing. Every door, every window, locked and sealed. Someone had been in my house, in my bedroom, close enough to my pillow to leave a message, close enough to kill me. I didn't sleep that night. I sat in my office with every light on, watching the security feeds on loop, seeing nothing but my own paranoia reflected back at me. The glove sat on my desk, and I couldn't stop staring at it. That's when the call started. My phone would ring at exactly 3:17 a.m. No caller ID. When I answered, there was only breathing, labored, like someone whose lungs had been damaged by smoke. This went on for weeks. I stopped sleeping, started drinking more, jumped at shadows. My board noticed. My productivity plummeted. The press started running pieces about my erratic behavior. Last night, everything came to a head. I was working late in my home office, drowning my anxiety in bourbon and quarterly report. When my phone rang, 3:17 a.m., right on schedule. But this time, when I answered, there was a voice. Hello, Elias. My blood turned to ice. I knew that voice. Raspy, scarred, like gravel scraping against metal. But underneath the damage, I recognized it. Adrian? A low, bitter laugh. You remember my name. I'm touched. Tell me, Elias, when you give your TED Talks about innovation and vision, do you ever mention me? I couldn't breathe. You died. The fire. The fire burned 60% of my body, collapsed my left lung, took my right hand. His voice was eerily calm. I spent 8 months in a burn unit in Romania, too disfigured to identify, too broken to care. But I didn't die, Elias. I crawled out, and I've been watching you build your empire on my life's work. My office suddenly felt suffocating. Adrian, listen, I can explain. Can you? Can you explain how you drove away while I was trapped under burning debris? Can you explain how you stole 7 years of my research and claimed it as your own? Can you explain how you've made hundreds of millions of dollars from my invention while the world thinks I'm dead? Tears were streaming down my face. I'm sorry. God, Adrian, I'm so sorry. I'll make it right. I'll give you everything. Everything? He laughed again, and it was the most haunting sound I'd ever heard. Elias, I'm standing in your garden right now. Do you want to tell them the truth, or should I show them the scars? I spun toward the window, and my heart stopped. There, among the roses I'd had flown in from Ecuador, stood a figure. Tall, thin, wearing a dark coat. In the moonlight, I could see the left side of his face, scarred tissue where a human face should be. And in his remaining hand, he held a silver lighter, the flame dancing in the darkness. He raised his other arm, not a hand, but a prosthetic, and waved at me. "The police are on speed dial," I managed to say. "Security will be here in 2 minutes." "Call them," Adrian said through the phone, still standing there, still watching me. "Tell them everything. Tell them how Elias Thorne, the great visionary, is actually a thief and a coward who left a man to burn alive. See how that plays on CNBC."
"What do you want?" I was sobbing now, all pretense of control gone. "I want you to feel what I felt. Trapped, watching everything burn, having a choice." He stepped closer to my window. "You have 24 hours, Elias. You can confess, tell the world the truth, give me back my name, my work, my life, or you can stay silent, and I'll release everything. The lab's security footage showing your car there that night, the evidence that you never called for help, the timeline proving you filed patents for my technology, the medical records showing when I entered that Romanian burn unit." He paused. "And then I'll visit you again. But next time, I won't be in your garden. I'll be in your bedroom, and I'll bring more than a glove." The line went dead. I looked out the window. He was gone, vanished like smoke. That brings me to now, this moment. I'm sitting in my office with 2 documents in front of me. One is a confession I've written, detailing everything: the theft, the lie, the decade of fraud. The other is a press release announcing my immediate resignation due to personal health concerns. In my desk drawer is a gun I purchased 3 years ago after a death threat from an environmental activist. I've never fired it, never even loaded it until tonight. The confession would destroy me. My company, my reputation, my freedom, all gone. I'd face criminal charges for fraud, possibly for negligent homicide. Everything I've built would crumble like the laboratory that night 10 years ago.
But staying silent? Living every day waiting for Adrian to make good on his threat? Watching my back, sleeping with one eye open, knowing that a ghost with every right to vengeance is hunting me? I keep thinking about what Adrian said, about having a choice, about being trapped while everything burns. For 10 years, I've been the man who stole fire from the gods. Tonight, I'm learning that the gods don't forget, and they don't forget.
They say a secret is only a secret if it stays in one head. I kept Adrian's death a secret for a decade. But secrets don't die. They just wait in the darkness, growing stronger, feeding on guilt. And eventually, they come home. So here's my question for you. If you were in my shoes, would you burn with the truth or keep living the golden lie? Drop your answer in the comments. Hit subscribe if you want more stories where justice catches up to those who run from it. Like this video if you believe that some fires never really go out. Because tonight, my lights are about to go dark, and I still haven't decided which document I'm signing.